We almost got struck by lightning at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. For the 4th of July, me and a group of buddies decided to go up the Nathan's National Hot Dog Eating Contest. We wanted to see Joey Chestnut win the mustard belt. That's something I feel like not a lot of people would feel like just driving 8 hours to go see the hot dog eating contest. But we were like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We had this whole plan that we were going to get down to the contest super early because they just block off the downtown area by the boardwalk next to the Nathan's hot dogs on the boardwalk. So we were like, we're gonna get up at 6:30, get down there at 7, be right there by the stage. Maybe we'll get on ESPN. We're hyping everything. Maybe we'll put this on Talks with Tom Live. Like, we're hyping this whole thing up. And the night before the hot dog eating contest, our buddy Tex, who put the whole trip together, gets trashed at a minor league baseball game in Brooklyn, ends up wandering Manhattan Beach, drinking beers at like 2 or 3 in the morning, sending us a bunch of drunk Snapchats of us all sleeping when he gets back to the Airbnb. So he's supposed to wake us all up the next morning. We don't even leave the Airbnb until like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So we're way behind by the time we get down there. We're stuck in the middle of like this mosh pit crowd on this blocked off 4-way intersection watching the hot dog eating contest. It's a beautiful day in the summertime, sunny blue skies, 95, 96 degrees. It's just hot as hell. But we're having a great time just vibing with the crowd, videotaping the women's hot dog eating contest. And that one was kind of close, dude. It was exciting. The women get done. We knew there was some rain in the forecast, but obviously none of us prepared for it. Nobody brought an umbrella. Nobody brought anything to keep our phones and wallets dry. Of course, our group of friends was just not prepared at all for the inclement weather that might be coming through. But we heard like scattered rain showers and stuff. And at that point, you're in a mosh pit crowd. You're all sweaty and hot. Me and my buddy Kyle looked at each other like, man, some rain wouldn't be bad right now. Like a little drizzle would be kind of nice to cool us off, get some shade. And I kid you not 5 minutes after we had that brief conversation, we get these dark storm clouds rolling in. I'm not talking just like your normal thunderstorm clouds. I'm talking like Wizard of Oz, Thanos is coming type of clouds with these pitch black and green clouds. Like the sky just looks evil all of a sudden. You're getting the wicked rumbles of thunder, and all of a sudden these lightning bolts just start hitting down all over us, all around us. You're seeing them out over the ocean on the beach. You're seeing them all around. The sky opens up and it's pouring, and it's like a monsoon. I felt like we're in a tropical storm. There's wind blowing through. It's this freezing rain. We thought we'll stick it out through the rain. Half the crowd will be gone. We'll get down by the front. By the time Joey Chestnut's out here, we're going to be right where we imagined, right on ESPN, hyping up the crowd in the front row. It's going to be perfect. The announcer comes out during the thunderstorm. This Mother Nature will not stop this contest. Nothing is stopping Joey Chestnut from winning another mustard belt. And we're all going crazy. The crowd's chanting for Joey. So we stick it out through this thunderstorm for like 45 minutes. During the storm, there's this huge tower under construction just to the right of where we're all standing. And I'm telling you, I've been close to lightning bolts before in my life. We just relived this story a couple days ago, and Kyle said I was being dramatic. But I'm telling you, that lightning bolt strikes this building that's under construction next to us. You felt the lightning bolt, dude. Like, it felt like it was right on top of us. Like, phew! And then you hear this wicked thunder after it. And I looked to my right, and I was like, that lightning bolt was right next to us. And Kyle's like, oh, that was close. And very rarely am I like this, but I literally in the crowd and just started looking around like, we're stuck in this mosh pit. We've got a power line running directly over where me and my friends are standing. And then we've got all the electric shit out for the hot dog eating contest. And to the left of the hot dog eating contest, there's this building with this huge electric sign. So I'm just like, all right. I looked at all my buddies. I said, if you feel your arm hair start to stand up, there's a lightning bolt. It's probably going to strike pretty close to us. I remember just saying a prayer. I was like, all right, God, like, if this is where I'm meant to die, in this shitty Coney Island at the hot dog eating contest, at least I'm with some good friends. If this is where I'm meant to die, so be it. Storm continues for another hour, and we just stand out in it. We're just suffering. We can't, because we don't want to lose our spot. Like, our phones are going to be ruined. Like, we're just getting drenched out here. No umbrella, no rain gear, no nothing. Like, most people had like ponchos and umbrellas that were prepared. We're just sitting in the rain suffering. And we didn't drink or anything before, so we're just going through it at this hot dog eating contest. The rain starts to lighten up a little bit, but there's still a bunch of lightning and thunder. We've been out there for an hour and a half, and then the announcer, who hyped up that this was never going to stop, no matter what, comes out and goes, guys, we're going to have to cancel the contest. And we were like, what the fuck? We're walking through the rain, which starts pouring again. All the storm drains are flooding. So you got all this nasty New York shit water flowing all over the place. We're running, trying to avoid puddles and shit. I stepped right in the nastiest shit water I'd ever seen in my life. Just felt like the grunge in my shoes. I was like, oh God, this is disgusting. But we're getting soaked. Everyone's worried about their phones and stuff. We're by a row of trash cans. I find this broken umbrella and I open it up. And you can imagine just 7 soaking wet guys in bucket hats and Hawaiian t-shirts trying to stay under this umbrella so we don't get poured on. We ended up eventually making our way over to an IHOP and getting under this. They had like an outdoor patio area that we were able to get some shelter under. And of course, 20 minutes after they make the announcement about canceling, blue skies, everything's fine. Kyle takes 2 guys back in this Uber, and then me, my buddies Sean, Tex, and another friend, we end up walking the boardwalk back. It was like an hour walk back to our Airbnb, just about. So we're like halfway through our walk. We stop at a convenience store. And we're kind of laughing at the fact that we drove all the way up here to New York for the hot dog eating contest, spent a week up here, all leading up to the hot dog eating contest getting canceled. Like, that would only happen to our group of friends. So we were able to laugh about how stupid that was on our part and just how ridiculous the whole trip was. And we're kind of coming to terms with that whole thing. And then we walk out of this convenience store. Tex's buddy goes, Joey Chestnut just came out, basically screamed, got the crowd all hyped up and said that it's back on. It's back on. So we're like, shit. We're like, we're not going to be able to run down there in time, so we got to get an Uber. So we jump in this Uber, and they said we got like 10 minutes until the contest is starting back up, and we're probably 8 minutes away in a car. And I get a call from my buddy Kyle, who's back at the Airbnb. He's like, did you see the contest is back on? I'm like, yeah, Tex just got us an Uber. Like, meet us down here. And he's like, all right. So there's this huge scramble by our whole group to get back for the hot dog eating contest. We're still about 5 minutes away in the car, so it's like a 15 to 20 minute walk still. And all of a sudden, there's just mad dead stop traffic because they had blocked off some of the streets for the hot dog eating contest, right? So there's traffic everywhere. We don't have a chance in hell of getting to the hot dog eating contest. So we're just kind of counting down. We're watching like a live feed on Twitter, just hoping that we make it in time. We're sitting in this dead stop traffic for like 10 minutes and finally realize, like, fuck, dude, we're not even going to make it for the contest. I get a call from Kyle. Him and another buddy who also Ubered back. They hit the same dead stop traffic, but they got out and just started sprinting down the boardwalk. So they're still like 5-10 minutes away when the contest starts. And that's all it takes for these guys to eat hot dogs. So we knew we were missing it, right? And I'm on the phone with Kyle, and he's like, it already started, dude. We're sprinting down right now. He's like, I totally left one of our other buddies behind. I'm just sprinting down, trying to make it down there. Are you guys down there? While he's asking me the question, Tex doesn't say a word to our Uber driver, doesn't say a word to anyone, just switches the location from Coney Island to our Airbnb. So suddenly it says to the Uber driver to turn around. Even the Uber driver's pissed. He's like, what? And Tex is like, we're trying to get the hot dog eating contest, man. We're not going to make it. And the backstory, and the reason I'm telling you this part, Kyle's patience had been tested the whole trip. Because like Coney Island, there was all kinds of weird shit. Like anytime we had a big group come into a restaurant, I don't know if it's a New York thing or what, but like they wouldn't let us do separate checks. So we had to always do this big group check and someone had to pay for it and then we would obviously pay him back. But we found that out the night that we went to this kind of like gourmet restaurant. I got like this huge steak. We all got fancy meals and Kyle had to pay. Kyle ended up paying for that one. When he got there, his brakes went out on his car. So he had to get his brakes fixed by some guy named like Igor or something like that down in the downtown Coney Island. I think everyone has on guys' trips. It just seems like somebody seems to just get dicked on the whole time. That's what's happening to Kyle during this whole trip. And then when he just made all this effort to sprint down and meet up with us, only for Tex to be like, I'm switching the Uber back to the Airbnb. So I'm on the phone with Kyle. He thinks we're like going to meet up with him. I'm like, actually, we're going back to the Airbnb. Tex just changed the Uber. He's like, are you guys fucking serious? And just hangs up. And I was just dying. Me and Tex were in the car just dying laughing at that because it was so ridiculous. And we ended up missing the hot dog eating contest that got canceled and then uncancelled thanks to Joey Chestnut. But that was just a hilarious story. Don't go to Coney Island. I'm just gonna be honest. It ain't even worth it. New York's a disgusting place, and yeah, that's today's episode. I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up in a way of the shake and bake, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? almost got struck by lightning at the Nathan's hot dog eating